Hey guys, what's going on? Fin on Fire here. Just wanted to say, awesome war last war. Great win. I see a lot of promise for our new group, and I'm excited for our new members to be getting involved as well. And I mean, great job, guys. That's two really solid wars in a row. Unfortunately, we didn't win the one before, but I mean, we're 2-1 so far, and I mean, three really good efforts so far, and I'm really excited. So. I think the strategy went mostly okay for the last war. What I wanted to do is try to get our best attackers at the top to really make all six of their attacks count for this war, so or for the last war, so that uh, we could have be confident in having the top six bases two starred. And what that allowed us to do is allowed everyone else to attack down, like -3 or 4. So, unfortunately, what kind of happened is, I think we're in this mindset to where, okay, if a bunch of people are just kind of attacking bases, we're just going after it, everyone's attacking down, then some people are looking at it, well, that's two-star already, that's two-star already, all the bases are taken. No, it's we always go for 3 stars. Somebody tried to two-star the base, or excuse me, somebody tried to 3-star the base, and they didn't complete it. So in reality, everyone should be looking at 2 stars, not as, oh, that base is already taken. Everyone should be looking at it as an opportunity to get a 3 star. Everyone should be looking at it as, so that base isn't finished. That base only has had one attempt that wasn't a 3 star, so I'm going to try to get a 3 star on it. It's not, well, I have to tack 4 up because all the bases already have 2 stars on it and I want to get new stars. That's not how we're looking at this. It's about everyone trying to get leverage over an opponent below them by attacking, you know, 2 to 3 down or maybe more, um, and that helps us get that advantage because you're usually attacking a base that is less than your equal, and it's going to give us a better chance for 3 stars, and that's what I want. So it's not about getting fresh stars. Well, I want to attack a fresh base. No, that's not how this is. It's a team effort. Some people attacked early and got a couple of attacks in, and then if some people are late, then try to clean up a 2 star. If you have to go lower. If everything below you is a 3 star, you should be like, heck, this is a great war. Uh, I don't have anyone, anywhere in the vicinity of me that I can 3 star because everyone's 3 starred. So I'm just gonna attack a couple of bases for a 1 star and get some loot based off of it. Go ahead, because if that's the fact, then we're doing awesome as a team in war. But the fact of the matter is we still have 2 stars all over the board that can be cleaned up. So, but I think for the most part it went really well. I just want everyone to be engaged with what the strategy is. I feel like I was asked way too many times, who's attacking this base? Well, who's attacking this base? Well, what's this? It's you can usually guess who's going to attack what base, based on who they've already attacked and who's open, a few slots below them. So, anyways, we're going to try something a little bit different this war. This is what some of the top clans use. It's basically what they refer to as a claim system, and this actually gives us a way to go into this program and say, I'm going to take this base, I'm going to take this base, and I'm going to take this base. So basically, all we're going to do is we're going to go to clashcaller.com, and we're going to make this real simple, and we're going to make it so everyone knows what's going on. I've already set it up, so you're going to go to join war. I believe it's HAYFQ is the code. Let me double check that. Nope, I'm sorry. HAFYQ. That is your code, and this is what is going to get us into the war. This is going to be cool because it's going to give us all kinds of stats and everything after the war. So, going to hit submit. And as you can see, I've already filled in the top 6 because I want to do the same thing. I know Joe mentioned that if anyone has issues with loot, that's in the top. That's a Town Hall 10 that wants to be able to attack number 1 or number 2 to get some loot. I haven't heard anybody say that. I mean, for me, it's a team game. I don't even look at the loot. I attack who I need to attack, and to get the stars. I don't want people to think that oh, hey, the top guys are just hogging the top, the best loot bases. If that's what you think, then, just let me know. But, for the most part, we haven't had a lot of consistent attackers in our Town Hall 10s as far as consistent 2-stars. So we won going this route, and we had 2-stars on every one of the Town Hall 10s last war, I believe. Close to. So I want to stick with this strategy. Their Town Hall 10s they have some depth in their Town Hall 10s, more so than we do. So this is how I want to start out. So I've already entered their names. The cool part is you can also enter comments. So I can say, after I review the war, sorry, I closed my keyboard here. After I review the war, or the opposing team, sorry, I can go and say, hey, Joe, check out the single target Inferno, or hey, I've seen this base. Here's a YouTube link of somebody attacking it, and here's how to be successful on this base. And the cool part is anybody in the clan can go in and do this. If you want to do your own research and help out the clan on some of the war bases and say, don't erase anybody's notes, of course, but if you see a base on YouTube that the opposing team is using, or if you see a new strategy, or you want to say, hey guys, why don't we try this on this base? For example, is one of the strategies I want to talk about that I may do a video on soon, or may just post some links for it, is Gola Wipe and Gola Wee Wee, which are very effective for getting those extra stars for Go Wipe attacks in Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 8. So so you can leave notes, and I'm going to try to put some notes in there after I review everything, and kind of, if there's any little tidbits I want to let people know about, then that'd be great. So basically what you're going to do is, sometime between today and tomorrow, obviously for the preparation day, go ahead and take a look at the bases, figure out, which base you want to attack. And again, we want to try to attack 2 to 3 down. Once you have that base figured out, so let's say it's our number 14, and they're looking and they think that, well, 17 is okay, but actually the attack that I use, or the attack that I want to use, I can really, I'm really good at air attacks, or I'm really good at hog attacks, and I know 16 would be a good base for that. So you just hit the plus sign. You're going to be able to call that target. You put your name in there. You hit submit. And then you also are able to go in after you attack, and you can put in your results. And this is something that I can do. This is something that you can do on your own. Obviously this requires a little bit more effort to go in and do, but I just wanted to see what people's response to this would be, and how you liked it. So I figured we'd give it a try, and it'd be a good way for us to have a forum for every single war where we can go and comment and give each other suggestions, and that will make it so there's a much better level of communication outside of clan chat, to where we can say who's attacking who, and it's not always, hey, where's Finn? I need to know who's attacking who, blah, 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 and because I'm not always going to be on. So I think this will be really cool. So I can say, oh yeah, I attacked this base, I got a 2-star, or if you're somebody else, you can go in and review my attack, or I can review your attack, or what have you. So, if there's something you noticed in one of my attacks and you said, hey, Finn, I noticed that you dropped your witches and they went off to the right, maybe wait till the wizards cleared out more build. I mean, I don't know. So it's got a lot of possibilities, and I thought that it was cool, and I would like to give it a shot. So again, there is our war ID, HAFYQ, and it's clashcaller.com. Go in, pick which, obviously, look at the our war opponents first. Figure out who you want to attack, who you're going to use your first attack on. Then you can go back in. And granted, this is just for first attacks. The second attacks, I think we generally have a much better idea of who needs to be cleaned up, etc., etc. After you attack, you can also come back here and leave notes for the next person to attack, etc., etc. So, and this is just something I've never used, so it's kind of a learning process for everybody. But yeah, I'm excited about it, and I hope you guys will be too. So, I am going to go ahead and do the war recap right now, so you can stay tuned for that. Or, go ahead and close if you aren't worried about, what happened last war. You just wanted to hit or wanted to see the war strategy. So, get out of here. Oh, I got some cups. I didn't want cups. All right. So, unfortunately, I felt that the best attack of the war. Whoops. Sorry, I think I just paused the video there. Sorry about that, but yeah, I'm gonna get into the last war here. You can see, I think our strategy worked pretty good with having half the Town Hall 10s attack down, and we ended up with a pretty good result. I feel like 1 through 6 were all 2-star except for number 1, who was the toughest base. I really felt that the attack on Lou was one of the best attacks I've seen. And I hate to show an enemy example, but here's something to watch out for going forward. On the defensive side of the ball, pay attention to how close your core is to the outside of the base, because this is easily jumpable or earthquakeable. And that means one of the things that I was discussing with Noir last night is a couple of things I think that are huge factors in having a successful go wipe. One of them that I've noticed in some recent 3-stars from our team is the faster your troops get to the middle and the faster they get inside the base and just overwhelm the defense, you have a much better chance of your troops coming out of the core more intact. You're probably gonna have some golems still alive. Your heroes, your queen is probably gonna be untouched if it works out well, and you should have some wizards and witches alive as well. Because I'm seeing that attacks that take too long to develop, where these outer defenses are really just beating you down, beating you down, beating you down, and then you finally kind of get your funnel together and you finally move into the base. Well, by this time, your golems are half dead, your P.E.K.K.A.s are taking hits, and everything like that. So by the time they, get into the core of the base, and if you watched my last recap, one of the things I mentioned is, here's your go wipe. 90% of your attack into the middle, and here's where it dies. And that's it. You get the 2-star, hopefully, but that's pretty much where it dies. So, and I've been talking about adopting 4 golems for this reason as well. But Lou, if you're watching, I would change this. Don't worry, I'm gonna show your offensive video too. So, and I don't know if he was planning this, but his golems just split up really nicely. And let me show you this because this is a perfect funnel. A lot of people I see when they launch their Go Wipe, they just launch a whole group of wizards and they just blast everything up in here. So if they take too long for their P.E.K.K.A.s and heroes, where do they go? Maybe not the middle. They might go right or left. So I like that he just puts wizards on the flanks here, taking out these buildings. When he launches the rest of his troops, they're going to go right into the funnel. So 4 golems down. And again, like I said, the speed to the middle of the base is so important. And I mean, he's practically already into the middle of the base. This is another thing that I have seen that has really been helping is their early rage spell. Getting those wizards raged, getting that queen raged, and really helps to take out those clan castle troops. So as you can see, I want to back this up a little bit. I want to show you where the infernos were targeting. Earthquake spell. So let's let it play out here. So watch his queen and his wizards are coming in. So this is so perfect right here because one thing, he's not attacking into the middle to where he's gonna get hit by 2 infernos. He's taking down 1 inferno at a time, which is important. The second thing, and like I said, I don't know if he planned this, but he's got tanks going this way, and all of his firepower is like going up the middle. His queen and look at this group of wizards right here are going up the middle. This inferno isn't even touching any of these troops. It's attacking the golems and it's attacking the P.E.K.K.A.s and something else over to the right there. I think that's probably one of the other golems. But let's see what happens here. So that queen gets raged, takes down that inferno. That inferno basically had like no impact on the raid. That dragon was able to break up those golems over there, or at least one of them. But that inferno basically was rendered useless almost because the tanks rushed in, they split, and then immediately the firepower was in the middle, taking that down. So now you got all the Larrys coming out, and inevitably what I find as well, even as things go to the side, a lot of times they will come back around, once they've taken out a couple buildings. So I've seen that happen plenty of times. But as I've mentioned in a couple of previous videos, you now have a flank team. You have a small team up here that sort of got torn out by the dragon. And you have the power in the middle, both heroes, P.E.K.K.A.s, and wizards. And this is really, again, I emphasized this in my last war recap, but this is really how you go wipe. It's not, I'm going to shit everything into the middle and just get shit on. When you can have some sort of flank system like this, and all of a sudden you're going to start distracting, look at all these defenses that he's going to be distracting. Not only did he's already take a couple things down, but look at this Expo, completely out of it. And these defenses are about to be out of it soon as well, while everyone else, everything else takes down the core. Not to mention he has those wizards up there that are taking out that cannon. So, blowing his way through the core here. Uses king. So, I mean, look at the health of everything, because he barely had anything to deal with in the middle there. You know, he, I think it was maybe luck that a couple of his P.E.K.K.A.s went around the outside instead of taking all those Tesla hits. Um, but Lou, I would definitely work on your Teslas, and I would put your Teslas surrounding your town hall, because it really makes it difficult for everything to survive after taking out the core. So I think that was one of the things that hurt you. But yeah, I mean, he basically just ran out of time here. So, I mean, this was just a really great attack and a near 3-star. So, I want us to just keep seeing these things, because I still see, the wizards all blasting in, getting blown up, because, everyone's launching them, in a big line behind the golems, where, instead of flanking them first and then creating that funnel, um, and still see too many people letting their golems group up. And when you have all three golems in the center, it's kind of a waste, because the whole center of the base is just taking all that splash damage and everything. So, Lou, I'll give you some redemption though. Here you go, bud. I haven't even watched this attack yet. So, nice spread of the golems. Of course, this idiot had his infernos on the outside. Again, I'm just gonna keep bringing it up every time I see it. Multi-point attack, golem up here, hit squad. Two golems down here, hit squad. Because I saw there's a similar base to this that Josh attacked. This might have been the same base actually, but because he only had one squad, it just went around the middle in a giant circle, and just ended with a very high 1-star. But now we've got two squads going around, and there is nothing that this base is going to do about it. I mean, really just nothing. Good job on the free spell there. Let everything close in on that last Inferno. I mean, game over. So guys, this is just so big. Spread out your attacks if you can. Get at least 2 hit squads. I think 3 is too hard to coordinate. I think 2 is perfect. 2 golems, up the middle to attack. Or do, 2 and 2 to 2 different sides, like the first replay I showed you. It's huge. It's really huge. Let's take a look at Doom's attack here. I haven't seen this replay either. Boom. I mean, if you watched last war recap, you have to start noticing a pattern of, I've showed you, this is probably the 6th or 7th go wipe I've showed you now. You have to start noticing this pattern. Again, 1 point of attack, 2 points of attack. Let's see what happens. Witches and wizards going one way. Free spell, probably a little early, but no big deal. And here come the P.E.K.K.A.s and the hero. So I like having I don't think that having 2 equal groups is necessary. I think having 1 weaker group on the flank and then your strong group kind of up the middle. But again, look at how the attack is sort of spreading out naturally. attack into there and continuing on with King and Pekka there. Now we have a little hit squad up here. This is how you overwhelm defenses. Instead of all these shooting into the middle, where are they shooting at now? They're shooting at the Larrys, really. So, I mean, look at this. Golem's still alive. Heroes haven't even been touched yet. Plenty of wizards alive. Oh, and you also have this little group on the bottom here that's just going through wasting stuff. This defense is distracted and has no chance. Wizard Tower smoked. I'm just going to keep stressing it, guys. Multiple points of attack. Multiple points of attack. And I mean this a lot more for, you know, it's a little different when you're going against max bases and you don't even know if you have a chance, to get to the town hall, versus try to split up the attack. But, I mean, yeah. Nice attack, Doom. Awesome. Let's see what else we got here. Mike, 98%. What happened, dude? So, everything. There we go. See, look at that. I mean, honestly, I think that this actually was a good thing that your witches went off to the side, because I don't even think you would have gotten near 98% if this hadn't happened. Because now you got your king and a bunch of witches over there, and you got everything blowing it up in the middle, but you have the stuff on the outside that's distracting those defenses, distracting that king, taking it out. I mean, look at all the damage that just that little hit squad caused. And it was all defenses along the inside there, and then a bunch of structures out here, which is all percentage points. And they're just continuing to take stuff down. So continue it here. Just unfortunately that queen in the middle just didn't have any backup to keep that cannon fire away from her. So close. Good effort, Mike. Let's check out Clutch's attack here. Clutch has been working on his funneling, doing a great job. He's on a good 3-star streak right now. So, I still would have created, multiple points of attack. Maybe try to get a golem in this way with some hit squads. I mean, you do have a little bit of a hit squad going around that side. But I think, blowing 2 holes in the wall to separate a couple of your golems. Because now, and granted, I know you got a 3-star dude. I don't want to criticize the attack. But ultimately, when you're going against a higher base, especially one that has expos and stuff, when all your golems are together and they're taking all this heat from Wizard Tower, Dragon, basically, Mortar and everything else, that's what can really kill your attack. Luckily, though, your queen did go the other way, taking out cannons. Good jump spell to get you through that part as well. And then just working our way through the end here. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm just going to continue to stress how important it is to have a spread out multi-point attack to have a really successful go wipe and to not just let it die in the middle. So let's keep working on that. Just great war, guys. I'm so proud. I mean, not even close. We just kicked a rank 6 clan's ass, and it's awesome. We got our work cut out for us with this rank 7 clan with like 90. Oh, that's us. With 94 wins out of Colombia. So, yeah, guys. Again, clashcaller.com. Go and claim your base, whatever you want to attack first, and just do it based on whether you're going to use go wipe, air, etc. I would like to also have some people try some Golo wipes, which, let me see if I can find a base that would be good for Golo wipe before I end the video here. This one probably wouldn't be bad for Golo wipe. I'll try to find one a little bit lower as well, but once I find a good one here, I'll explain. No, not that one really. This one would probably be decent for Golo wipe. So the idea behind Golo wipe, just explain it really quick. It's basically a go wipe. And this is one where you really want to get everything into the middle. You want to take out these air defenses along the way. You want to get stuff into the core because you want to take these air defenses out as well. Once the air defenses are down, you're going to bring, however many balloons you really think that you're going to need. Usually 2 per archer tower is a good, and 1 per cannon is a good way to look at it. So, if you still have these, so maybe 1, 3, 4, couple for the bottom, so we'll call that 7. I would say maybe 10 balloons, might be a good. So, 2 here, 1 here, 2 here, 1 here, 2 here, 1 here, something like that. Because once you have that, because it really doesn't take a full go wipe to take out just the middle of the base. And once you take out all those air defenses, you just drop in those cleanup balloons, and you're pretty golden. And it can really elevate your go wipe from that, stunted. Oh, here's a perfect Golo wipe base on 13. Get into the middle, wipe these out, and bring, 10, 12 balloons, and take out all those, bases around the outside. And you're not dropping them in a wave. You're just dropping them, 1 here, 2 on an archer tower, 2 on an archer tower, 1 on a cannon, and just kind of dropping them like that because, obviously after you get to the center of this base, you're still going to have troops left over. Your queen's probably still going to be alive, etc. So when you start dropping balloons around the outside, a lot of those defenses are going to be, distracted. So I think that's a great one. Basically, you want to look for bases that have easy access to killing all 4 air defenses with a go wipe into the middle. There's another one. Not so much. That one's pretty good. Guys, all these Town Hall 9 bases are pretty susceptible to Golo wipe, so I suggest maybe trying to learn it and practice it within the next 24 hours. There's really not a lot to learn. Oh, here's such an easy Golo wipe base. Get your go wipe into the middle and take out these air defenses and balloons. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So, I mean, granted, you're going to take out this stuff usually, probably that archer tower. So, yeah, I would say anywhere from 8 to 12 balloons, depending on what you think. I've seen it done with as little as 4 balloons. Because really a lot of times it's just those last 3 or 4 defenses, because something's stuck on a wall and they're just wearing you down. So, yeah, so it's Golo wipe or Golo wee wee, and all it is, your go wipe or or go wee wee, but you're adding, anywhere from 4 to, really 8 loons, I think, um, should really be the max. I think I have seen as high as 12, but um, yeah, so rock on. Thanks for listening, and if you have any questions about Clash Caller, let me know. Again, that's to make your claim on whatever base you're going to attack. Go to clashcaller.com, and our code is HAFYQ Hotel Alpha Foxtrot Yankee Queen. Fin on fire out. Rock and roll, everybody.